What's up, fam? Ooh, what a week. So we managed to only do one experimentation this week. Oh, no, sorry, 2 runs. I'm pretty bad for it, trying all sorts of different things and muddling up my runs. We got a little bit of luck. And man, season is done. Season's done. So let's get into it. So that's it for the week. And that's also it for the season. So let's look at our stats. Just under 4Q. I think we were at 3.2-ish. Can't remember the last video. So that's about 500 trill, half a Q for the week, which seems to be somewhere where we're roughly what we're roughly doing. We broke the 16k stones. Labs have jumped up a bit, so 1.44. We're getting a few fast ones in there. Labs are in a really good spot because I'm actually being able to do stuff that I've been meaning to do as I've just moving a few slots around, but we can get into that. So here's the runs. Boom. Is that easier to see? I feel like that's harder. There you go. There we go, kids. So, still doing the tier 11s. We did try a tier 10 and a little bit of an experiment. Didn't really work out too well. 50 trill. This run here, it could have went further, but I wanted to see what it was like at 12-hour mark. So right on the 12th, as soon as I hit 12 hours, I culled it. We just broke the 50, nice round number. But these waves, they've jumped up a bit. So I'll show you how I got those extra waves. Now I can't remember in the last video, but I know we were somewhere around the 9k mark. The problem is if we're sitting around here, like getting up to about 9300 for me, that's more than 12 hours. There's only 24 hours in a day, so you know, ideally if we could have something where we could get up to like 13 or 14 hours, then we can try wiggling in a few other runs, especially around tournaments, because y'all know those champ runs go for donkeys. So that's basically where we're at as far as the runs go. 50 trill. So that 50 trill, that was a good run, but I'd say a typical run is like 48. That's pretty much a typical. So just under 100 trill, just under 100 trill a day. But yeah, man, those waves are getting up there. Pretty stoked with that. We'll do the round. So tourneys. We obviously got a champ run. This one here, this is the most recent Lego's run. I was about 40-50 off from staying in whatever bracket that I was in. So it's a bit of a common theme for me that somewhere between 50 and 100 waves to get last place seems to be pretty common. Again, 19 million waves in champs, so I do have a chance run today, so not looking forward to it. Was a good day to do an experiment because the run actually ended quite short. Typical to what I do, it's about an hour short, the run. So the tests that I was doing didn't really work out, but I'll show you what I was up to. Event. Oh shoot, I don't need to finish this off. Yeah, just waiting for the next one, basically. I think that's a pretty smooth event. Oh, here's a good one. Let's come down here. We Goldboxed it. So we maxed out the cooldown. Now somebody's probably going to be like, bro, that's not max cooldown. It can go lower than that. I know. The rest is in labs. But I'm actually saving those labs in case there's some sort of easy sync. There is a chart that floats around and you can work out for when it comes to the cooldown, how much you've done in your lab versus how much, you know, you can work in with medals to get the exact sync. So I'm just saving those couple labs just in case. But the good thing is we can now start fiddling around with bonus and duration. Now, I'm not really too sure what I'm supposed to do here, so I've just been putting a bit into bonus, so I might end up just bouncing in between. But yeah, I don't know if I'll do a chart for that. Season done. Season done. What's your prediction, fam? What do you reckon? What do you reckon next season is? I gotta say, so we got everything. I've got, you know, I got my last box, so I've completed the 35, so I've done everything, and we're left with 5. So there is not much wiggle room when it comes to the purchasing in the store. So they made it super tight for this season, which is a good thing, and encourages, you know, to be an active guild in that, and it probably encourages people to move around guilds if they luck out and get a stink one. Just on that, you know, I would hate to be stuck in a guild that doesn't collect all the boxes in that. Like, once people start settling in for a season, they tend to, yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm just glad I got the meanest guild. the brothers killing it. For Guardian, we are, well, if they're following pattern, we are gonna get another Guardian, which is pretty sick. Down below, shout out to whatever you reckon the next Guardian is gonna be. It's gonna be some sort of CC Guardian. This is gonna be something to do. Again, I fucking think they're gonna do one without cells for the store. So sold out everything. If it's gonna be this tight, we are only left with 5 medals at the end of the season. I think it's a good thing. Some people might get a little bit anxiety might creep up, but I think it's a good thing because it'll get people prioritizing. Like, as far as what I'll do, or as far as what I'm gonna do, I'll just focus on this tab, you know, these menus and all this other stuff, you know, to get them, one, because they look cool, you know, and it's a cool thing. I don't know if as far as they're going to start recycling these for people that miss out. I mean, if we're that tight as far as these guild tokens go, how are you going to buy those? Not too sure, but I'm probably going to do the same thing. Go for these, go for relics, and then go for bits, and then whatever from there. So there's a little bit of wiggle room once we get to these 4. You really want these. I mean, 250 is pretty big, especially if your modules don't cost all that much to level up in that. So there's still a bit of wiggle room if you don't quite achieve it, but I'm gonna go for these, all of these, just in case. To be fair, you know, who knows what happens. All in all, you know, pretty good. I'm not sure if this was more themes than last time. I can't really remember the last season. Oh, dog's barking. But for the relics, like, this was pretty meh. I mean, like, for myself, it helps. Like, it helps and all, but this one really good, eh? Like, because it's all bots, it's not just one bot. And eventually in time, like, I think most people that are watching are, you know, it's similar around my level, or a little bit under or a little bit over, but eventually one day we're gonna have all the bots and they're all gonna be gold and nice and fancy in there, and you know, there's no complaints with that. And as far as the fetch goes, super stoked with the fetch. Like, yeah, I know the Guardians could be better and all the rest, but you know, I feel like out of all the downies, it's the best downie in the bunch. So yeah, that's the season's end. Any predictions for the next season, or anything to do with the patch? They did release, you know, not some patch notes, but some stuff regarding a patch before this season, and it just more looks like bug stuff, doesn't look like anything too special. Milestones. So we did do a milestone. I really need these other ones. And we got this one. Why can't I click on it? So this one is the masteries. So we haven't even we're not quite at the level of masteries, but it was pretty cool just having a little stab at it. Workshop. Oh well, we're on this tab, might as well stay here. So we did last video, I was talking about adding in the cooldown, And I did predict that I was going to get like maybe 2 or 3 trill extra by the week's end. We managed to get, so probably as soon as I did the 2 levels and the cooldowns for Deathwave and Golden Tower, I got like maybe 3 or 4 trill, which is a little bit higher than what I expected. But then by the week's end, you know, we obviously picked up some more coins to get us around that 48ish. It seems to be pretty standard for the runs. So for the standard tabs, have I done anything? No. So I've done enhancements. So pretty much all my coins have been getting swallowed into this. So I'm probably going to do one more click of this on the coin bonus. And I'm going to start moving to cells. And then that's pretty much all of my next week's coins will end up going from this coin bonus to cells. That's it. That's how broke I am. Yeah, wow. That was fast. But this is pretty much the only thing that's changed in my workshop. Now stuff will change in my workshop. I'm putting it in somewhere around the 3-week mark. In about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I'm hoping to switch to Orbless. So yeah, somewhere around the 4-week mark. So this whole workshop's going to look slightly different. Cards is a big thing because we're finally working on our cards. So I've been spending all of my gems. Whoops, not there. There we go. See even Uncle Fuds. Hey, you almost got me there, Uncle Fuds. Just wanted me to do a misclick. So cards, so you can... I mean, cards are cards. There's nothing bloody exciting about it because there's no real, you know. It's not like when you pull modules and if you don't get what you want, everyone can laugh at you. You know, there's a finite amount. But I'm pretty stoked that we got this wave accelerator to the 50%, and we're slowly working it to the 32. And we got a whole bunch of these at yellow. So I am going to just max these out. I'm going to be super gutted if next week they release a banner because then I haven't hoarded any gems, but that's it now. I'm done with this. I'm done with having dumb cards. I really need the wave accelerator, the ultimate crit, and you know, all these other ones are helpful in that. But so I'm just going to be blowing all my gems on cards, and then maybe even after that go for a card slot in that. And the reason why I'm going for that and why I'm not going to be pulling modules unless there's some crazy banner that comes out is feast your eyes on this. Boom. We got it. Look at it. Bro, I'm so happy. I am so freaking happy. As soon as I got it, I was like, I'm done. I can just chill. I can just chill for a minute. I can start ripping mods. Because I was super nervous that I was just never going to get a copy. Like, MVN has been my worstest luck. So if we look at it, I did get the 2 main ones. So once you're rocking this, I mean, there's a whole number of substats that you can put on it. But obviously, we want higher uptime on Deathwave, Black Hole, and GT. So using this, I think currently in what I'm sitting at, just have a look. I am... So if I wear this, I'm at a 78 cooldown. So it's not enough for perma. And speaking of the runs, I said that I tested 2 runs. So I did test with this, and the not having the rolls that I do on this, yeah, I just need a dump. Obviously, you can see by looking at my dice, is that old Uncle Fuds' nephew, he's just been spamming it. So it's already swallowed me. Maybe it's already swallowed me. It's already swallowed about, I want to say 200 or maybe 100,000 rolls, maybe more. Nah, it's got to be more than that. It's already swallowed heaps just to get those 2 ancestral rolls on it. The other stuff I'll be looking at is a golden tower duration, spotlight angle, and probably death wave quant. If I don't really get the G2 duration and G2 bonus pops up first, I'll probably just get the difference in the duration through stones, so that I get perma and everything. I'm just trying to get all the pieces together for what I'm going to need to go orbless, because I do have a little bit of a strat that I want to do. It's pretty common that other people use, but you know, try to make it as AFK as possible. Oh, that's another thing. So when it came to those runs, I picked up whatever it was, an extra 1 or 200 waves, or so getting over 9k waves is super easy now. But I actually got it through damage. I didn't actually get those extra waves through health. So I've been farming with ACP. Now I know, lads. He committed the cardinal sin. He rolled EHP stuff on his ACP. But it's been going really well. Why would you do it when you're only 1 away from sharp fortitude? I just really like to get survivability through damage, opposed to EHP. Now, sharp fortitude is cheap. It's cheap progress. Like getting double your EHP and whatever. Yeah, you can't really beat it, but I don't know, man. I just wanted to try it, and it's working out well. So I got these, the shockwave frequency, the regen, and the defense with about 200,000 rolls. I know, you should have saved your rolls for Multiverse Nexus. Well, I didn't. And I've only got the 40% war health, so our walls dropped by roughly 25 trill. And we're going deeper into waves, and it's just simply we're just killing things faster in the top end, you know, just constantly spamming out those shock waves, getting that 25x damage buff on the mobs, and that it's just helped me survive longer. That's pretty much it. I don't know what else to say. It's doing good for me. And then maybe at some stage we end up rolling it off and we end up going for something else. So this is the typical farming setup. Yeah, nothing much else has changed. I'm not bothered. Like, this is the main focus here, is getting this thing ready. So all of my re-rolls are just going to be getting constantly dumped into it until we get something workable. I mean, regardless, like as soon as we max out the cooldowns on, you know, the Holy Trinity, or you know, those ultimate weapons, we'll just roll with this anyway, and then hopefully pick up some stuff, because I'll just get so much more uptime. Well, that's kind of the plan. Hopefully, you know, hopefully that works out, and if not, we just pivot off into something else. Modules, they've only gone up, what, 1, maybe 2 levels since the last video. So yeah, this is just a real long time to get those 2100 shards. So really want the rare package, mergeroos. So yeah, no poly modules for a while. Labs. So I've moved on to chronofield reduction. Reason why is, where is it? Oh my god, why is it so slow? So we got the duration to 29 seconds. So we got 1 level left. Now, I'm probably not even going to bother doing this, but if I, you know, really need those stones or whatever, I'll sneak in that last level, because we're pretty close to working on chronofield duration. We're not quite close, like, hey, we're going to do it next week, but we're not very far off, hey guys. I'm super stoked. So we got lab speed, we got the percentage reduction. I don't really know how long this is. I haven't really looked it up. I just know I have to do it, and there's 30 levels in it. Why can't I click on it? Golden Boot duration, these are long and expensive. I don't know how long I'm going to keep it on there, but I thought I might as well. Core bands, I didn't realize that this, to get it to level 2 is pretty cheap, but I thought this was 16 hours. And I kept looking at it, wondering, like, why the hell hasn't this moved? It's bloody 16 years, lads. Critical factors at 70. So for the history, what's that day? Is it 21st today? Yeah, June. So 21st. So bit of shock chance. There's the duration, lab speed, crit factor, damage. I'm pretty much just flexing around labs now, which I'm pretty happy with. Like, I can pretty much all of these three, I can put on whatever in it, which I'm super stoked with, because, you know, I feel like putting in damage, I'll put in damage. If I feel like putting in something else, in my last video, people were asking, you know, how the hell I could sponge 600 trill damage in tier 11. So excuse me. So obviously you want the 8%, the defense on your module. That's a given. So you want that, and I always show my enhancements for my defense. It's been roughly like that for ages, but probably what the difference is probably module level. Module level is huge. So this one here is at 6.08, but look at the difference if I put the wormhole on. So the wormhole is 1 star, 6.2. So there's a bit of saying there. But here's my labs, so we could probably go to... I don't think I've got any defensive labs in here. Nah, they'll all be down here. So there's my health regions at 55. Probably a bit higher than some people. The defense. War health 40, so I haven't clocked that one out. I probably should do this sometime. War health's at 40. War regen, is that at 18 or is that to lab 18? Well, whatever, it's at 170%, and war fort's at 36. So these war forts are really fast, and they're pricey when you first start doing them, but the gains that you get from having it, you know, pumping. So yeah, that's basically where that is. But yeah, again, like I said, I've actually been getting more waves now that I've just been pumping into damage. So roughly in a run, my chain lightning damage here is around 700 little Q. That's pretty good, like, and I don't mean good like, or I mean that's pretty good. I just mean like I'm pretty good with that at the moment. I don't want it to be too high. I don't want the difference between my bullets and the chain lightning being too high just yet. Once I start fiddling around with tier 12, I'm probably going to need all the damage I can get. I'm actually just trying to get my base damage up, because once we max out these cooldowns, where is it? Once we max out this cooldowns, the first thing I'm going to go over to is just straight into chain lightning. So I'm kind of getting to a stage where I'm not kind of using them in my run, even in my day run now. I actually tested doing it in my day run, and yeah, in tier 11 now, I think we're kind of for this hybrid style of gameplay. Yeah, it's probably just a bit too grunty. It just kills everything, and it's normally like way in the upper end of the waves that the damage, you know, kind of becomes irrelevant. But that's typical with most like hybrid / EHP kind of builds. You know, there's a window where you're killing too much, then there's a window where you're in this, you know, the gold zone, the sweet zone for it, and then the top end you're just killing nothing and you're just trying to survive to get a little bit more cells. So for the plans for the week is just dump all of my coins into cells, And then after that we move into enemy level skips, and that's probably going to swallow a few weeks. And then I'm thinking from there we will be wrapping it up as far as hybrid, and we will be moving towards Orbless build. So that's kind of why I want to max my cards, and then I wanted to get that milestone for the tier 16 to get the masteries, is because I'm going to need that free up mastery. And then what I'm probably going to have to do is I'm probably going to have to go to my coins, workshop coins spent, I don't know, but I'm going to have to pull out of here, siphon off. So I'm kind of need to make as much coin as I can, because I'm going to siphon off like a minimum of a queue out of circulation. I won't go too deep. I just don't have the economy to go super deep into masteries and that, but pick up 1 or 2 levels. 2 might be pushing it. That's pretty much the plans for the week. Yeah, down below put your predictions for season 2. So if you like what you see, you know the drill, fam. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification button so you can see when the next video is coming out. And as always, keep it cloudy, fam.